Hi, I'm Dr. Dustin Howard, and today we are at CrossFit Mount Juliet, and we're going to be talking about the basics of lifting mechanics. And the reason this is important is because it will help prevent injury, and not only that, we're going to improve performance. So we're going to be able to lift more and do more weights with the right form. The best place for us to start is with our posture, getting the spine into a right position, then the rest of the body is going to move accordingly. So we want to get into a neutral spine position. And if you remember from the last video, the best way for us to get there is to use our overcorrect and then back off about 20%. So to refresh, we're going to stand nice and tall, arch the low back, pinch the shoulder blades together, draw the head back, and then relax about 20%, and that gives us our nice neutral spine position. From there, you should feel a bit of tension in your abdominals, some in the low back, which is okay. We want a bit of tension there just so that we know that our core muscles are activated and they're ready for a load. From here, we can actually talk about the squat. Now with the squat, there's a pretty particular way I want you to do this. So when we go into it, we've got our neutral spine. Knees and hips are going to move together. You see my feet are about shoulder width apart. Nice and comfortable. So we're going to keep that neutral spine. Hips and knees go together. If I'm doing an air squat, my hands go forward to give me the counterbalance. Watch my chest position here too. My chest stays up nice and tall. I'm not looking at the floor. I'm looking straight ahead of me. That gives us a good position to work off of, and it prevents too much pressure being put in areas that can be easily compromised. So once we've had our squat, once we've got that down, then we can talk about lifting. All right, we're going to talk about lifting next. So we're going to use the same setup for this particular lift as we did for our squat. And the way I want you to do that is we're going to get the load as close to our body as we can to keep it from getting too far out in front of us. If we get it too far out in front of us, then we have what's called a long lever arm. It means our muscles have to fight extra hard to pick the load up off the ground. The closer we have it to our center of mass, to our body, and the easier that's going to be then to pick the load up. So again, to remind you, we're going to go down into our squatting position. Neutral spine first. I've got that. I've got the tension here in my abdominals and my low back. We're going to squat down. Get ready for the lift. From here, let's drop our butt down. So we're starting at a good position. Then from here, we're going to raise hips and knees at the same time, keeping that curve in our low back. Then when we get to the top, we're still in that neutral position. Our hips are locked out, knees are locked out at this point. On the return, we're doing the exact opposite of what we just did. We're going to let the hips and knees go. The hips shift backwards, knees go, and we're squatting down with the barbell. Some common mistakes that people make when they lift a load is they'll bend too far with their knees, and they'll kind of shift forward like this, and everything goes backwards. That's not a good position for neither the knees nor the lower back, so we've got to avoid that position. The next thing we're going to talk about is carrying and pivoting, and today I've got a medicine ball with me that will demonstrate that with. So when we go to lift off of the floor, we're going to pick the medicine ball up. If we're going to pivot and carry, we're going to keep it in close to the midsection, our center of mass. You'll see the elbows will be at about a 90-degree position. Low back stays in a neutral spine position. Again, we don't want that extra extension, nor do we want to be holding it like this, because that's going to be too taxing on us. All right? So we're going to squat the same way we did with the barbell. We're going to squat to pick up the load, keeping the neutral spine, hips go back, knees go back together, or knees bend together, everything comes back up at the same time. All right, here we go. Bend, lift. The load stays close to my body, and I've got it here. Here, I can hold on to this thing, I can carry it, I can pivot, I can do whatever I want to. Now, if we're going to do a pivot, watch my feet, watch my footwork. My feet won't be flat when I pivot. I'm not going to do any twisting like this. That's going to put too much torsion on the knees, and we don't want that. We're going to come up onto the toes a bit and pivot like so. Okay? That's how we're going to lift and pivot. Just like this. Okay? Now, if you go to set something down, you always want to step as close to the place that you're going to set it down. I don't want to see you do like this. Again, that puts way too much pressure on the lumbar spine, and you're going to have problems if you go into a lift and set something down that way. All right, that concludes our short video on lifting mechanics, the basics of lifting mechanics. Now, we didn't talk about all the Olympic lifts and everything like that. There are a lot of complicated moving parts at that point. Hopefully this video is helpful in giving you the basic information you need to keep yourself safe and to prevent injury and improve your performance a bit as well. If you have questions, feel free. Shoot me an email, dustin@drdustinhoward.com, or you can go to my website, drdustinhoward.com. You can fill out the form at the very bottom of the page. Thanks, you guys. Hope you have a great day, and happy lifting.